Bam, we're live. What are you laughing at? What the fuck are you laughing at? Taylor Self from SMTP, aspiring games athlete, licking some wounds. Brian from the Barbell Spin, back in action. The place for all your immediate news, where we plagiarize all of our shit for competitions and then present it like our own. And Matthew, who's the executive producer of the Sevan Podcast. Brian, what's up, dude? Good to meet you finally.
Yeah, man. Good. Thanks for having me on.
Exciting weekend. Thursday started. We didn't know a lot. It's kind of fun because it puts everyone, I'm assuming Bill and Caity don't mind, but it puts all of us kind of in scramble mode to try to figure out what's going on. And it's cool. It gives us something to do and gives us the ability to leak stuff out. I was told that the athletes were told that if they leaked any information, not only would they be disqualified, well, if they leaked any information regarding event one, that they would be disqualified from Rogue this year and for eternity. Did any other shit?
Didn't hear that, but apparently a bunch of athletes leaked the leaderboard standings. Does that stand as leaking information?
No, I think it was just in regards to, I think it was just in regards to where. I think basically what they didn't want is people to drive out to the ranch.
Yeah, their fucking house. No shit.
Yeah. So is that confirmed? Do we know, Brian, have you heard anything about it actually being the Henniger's ranch?
I don't know. I mean, obviously what Hiller said and, morning chalk up, but I don't know exactly where they are.
Okay.
But I know they're back at the hotel now. So.
Oh, they are back at the hotel.
Yes.
Feel free to jump in. Okay, hold on. We already have a question for Brian. Are you single?
Welcome to the show.
John Young, the other Brian.
Right.
Did Sevan say that Vindicate was giving away an L1 for a qualifying purchase? Yeah, it's if you go to their site, it may have closed already, but go over there and check it out. You go over to Vindicate here it is, vndk8.com, and it's a shirt with a Greg Glassman quote on it, and he's using the proceeds to send someone to an L1. Change your life. I heard that the name of the ranch was the Cypress Mill Ranch, and it's 37 miles out of Austin. They took buses there. It was a mass start for everyone, boys and girls at the same time. I do that just to upset some of you. I purposely choose boys and girls.
Cypress Mill Ranch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does this sound, have you guys heard if you guys hear anything that you think might be inaccurate, or if you just want to contest it, I'm open for that. 4.2 mile ruck. That's the backpack with the weights in the back. 30 pounds for men, 20 pounds for women.
1.2 miles.
How far?
1.2.
Oh, okay. 1.2.
4.2 total.
Thank you. A 1 mile ruck, 30 pound for men, 20 pound for women. Then I guess they ditched the ruck and they ran a mile. And then this seems a little peculiar to me. It just says 3 sandbags that were tossed over a hay bale. You guys heard any reports about that?
Is that what it says in the event description?
Is that what it says? Is there an event description we have now?
No, I'm asking that because it doesn't say that. So I know that's what you've heard from reporting.
It says 3 sandbags up and over.
Yeah. So
where did you see that? Where are you seeing that, Brian, on the Rogue site?
It's on the individual events. Yeah, right there.
Oh, okay. So they have it up. Okay, I didn't even know that.
Sandbags up and over. So you just have no real idea what that means, other than what people have kind of said they did.
Okay.
Which is toss a couple sandbags over a hay bale.
But that would seem a little peculiar, right?
That to me seems very peculiar. When I first read it, I thought maybe that's like up and over a berm, like a carry up a steep hill and back. Kind of like the games event where they move sandbags from one end of the tennis arena up the stairs, move 3 sandbags up and over the berm. But apparently that's not what took place.
Okay. I think shortly we will have Lazar Djukic and Caity Henniger pop in the show so we can get clarification from them. The bags were 100 pounds for the men, 70 pounds for the women, and then a 2 mile sprint. Mr. Djukic.
Hello.
Hi.
What's up, guys?
Oh, man, do we have questions for you?
Can you tell us about the sandbags? Oh, you can't say anything, can you?
Well, like they told us if something leaks from us.
Yeah, okay. Don't say it.
Yeah.
How's your ankle?
It's actually good. It's better than during the workout.
Yeah.
Like, when it happened, I kind of rolled it inward and it was on the downhill, and I had like 15, 20 like hard steps downhill, and like every step kind of, and I just stopped, started walking. People started passing me, and at some point I was lost, and there was no point of doing more damage to myself, so I walked like 4 kilometers.
Lazar, did that happen to you while you had the ruck on?
Yeah.
Wow. And when they say you're not allowed to give out any information, you're not allowed to give out I assume that was just prior to the event. Now that the event's over, they're still asking you to stay quiet?
Well,
or you're playing it safe?
I don't really know, but I think it was supposed to, we didn't know anything about the event that we are supposed to do. So nothing could leak anyway. So yeah, but I think it was that was concerning the like warm-up areas and briefings and stuff. So I think now that we are done with the workout, we can talk about it.
But you're still playing it safe? You still don't want to talk about it?
Well, depends on the question.
Okay. Can you tell me about the sandbags?
Yeah, tell me.
No, you tell me.
Like what the
What was the up and over?
So what is it? Because in the event description it says 3 sandbags up and over. What does that mean? What did you guys have to do with the sandbags?
Well, put it up on the bay hail and push it over the bay hail. It's like I don't really think that was important in the whole workout. It was just,
it was only 3 reps.
Just 3 reps, yeah.
What was the point of that? I'm not sure I even understand it at all. I could understand if it was a 300-pound bag, but what's going on? What was that about?
I don't know. Maybe cool photos.
Okay.
Yeah,
is it accurate that there was a mass start? The boys and girls started together.
Yeah.
And how was that? Did people come out hot?
Yeah, very hot. I was one of the guys that started too hot, but it was okay. Like girls were behind us and we were kind of in front, so it was really no elbowing or anything sketchy.
Were you guys chipped?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Was there any media there?
No.
Not even Rogue camera guys.
They were rogue guys.
Okay, so just some internal guys, but no one from the outside.
Yeah. So
you think eventually we will get to see some of this?
Yeah, they were drones, like a lot of drones.
Oh, cool! I love it.
Probably you're gonna see kind of highlights or something.
Who does the briefings? Who did the briefing?
Oh, Rob Lowen. I would need to check on the last name, but head judge is Rob. He's a Scottish guy.
Okay, and how did they have the trails marked?
Oh, it was super, super easy. Like there were Gorak signs, and there were like marks on the trees, and there were like the lines on the trees, like they were tied for 3, one to another, so we can like really follow the road. But it was super, super easy to follow.
Did you see this? Is this from the ranch? Did you guys go underneath that in the bus?
Yeah, that was the finish line actually.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Yeah,
it was cool.
Any other injuries besides you that you saw there?
Well, I hope this is not an injury. I hope it's just a small step back.
Okay.
We're gonna see tomorrow. But right now it feels good. I can lean on it. Like it hurts a bit, but it's not very painful. But no other injuries as I could see.
What place were you in when it happened?
Probably like fourth, maybe fourth, fifth.
And could you see the guy who was in first?
Yeah, Jayson was in first. I could still see him, but Jeffrey told us that he couldn't see him because he was second. And Jayson was so much in front that he couldn't see him at all.
Wow. Did you expect that Jayson to be the guy at the front?
Well, I feel like it was it's easier for the bigger guys to run with the rock, and Jayson is not a bad runner, so it was kind of playing in his favor. But he took off on with the rock, and he just kept his advantage on the running without rock.
Okay, so he started off in first, and he kept it the whole way.
At one point, we were on the uphill, and he was behind me. So we started Ricky, Roman, me, and Jayson was behind me. And at one point, I started walking uphill, and he was pushing me on the rock.
What a good guy! What a good guy!
I have a history on running. Last time on the Capitol, I was behind him running and just drafting off. And he tells me, "Now you go in front." I'm like, "No," and he stops. He completely stops so I can go in front.
Oh, today he did that.
No, that happened
at the Capitol.
Yeah.
Awesome. So did you take last because of that?
Yeah.
Behind all the women and everything.
Behind all the women.
If you wouldn't have finished it, would you have been DQ'd?
Probably. They offered me to lift me up in the car, but I didn't want. I would rather finish last than be picked up in a truck and go, like, maybe not finish, maybe got disqualified because of that. It's a last place, but there's like 9 more events. So
right.
We're going to see what happens. I know I'm going to send it really bad tomorrow on the ski GHD bar muscle up one. So we're going to see.
You seem like you're in a good headspace. I don't sense any mourning from you.
Well, shit happens. Like, you can't really do anything about it right now except like try to fix it and be ready for tomorrow. So it's okay. It's okay. I'm really not worried. Like, I told my girlfriend before I came here, Rogue is kind of one competition that I feel like whatever I do, it is fine, because I don't want to feel pressure on every competition. Here I came just to enjoy, and then Dubai in a month I'm going to win. So yeah.
Good. I like that. Do you have a history of ankle rolls?
No, this was the first one.
Do you remember exactly what happened? Like what you stepped on?
A rock. Steps from big rocks, and I stepped wrong on one and just like rolled it.
All right. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks.
Well,
I know you're a huge fan favorite. Did Danielle Brandon win for the women?
Yeah, I heard she won from all the guys. Her and Hopper won, so yeah, she won for sure.
Any other thank you, Souza. Any other notable things that you saw out there?
Well, Jeffrey took second. I think he was like, what the hell? Jeffrey Adler taking second on the run. Good job, man.
Because you didn't expect that from him. He's the strong guy.
Yeah, he's strong guy. I expected Roman to win this workout, to be honest, and Ricky and me like to be like second or third, and like this happens. So yeah, good job for Jayson and Jeffrey.
Did you see how Emma Lawson did?
No.
And did they give you any idea of when the leaderboard would be updated or when the information would start going out to the public?
No.
Oh, okay. And there were no agents there. No one could. You were there by yourself.
Yeah, only athletes, which was okay.
Yeah. Did they feed you out there?
No, but the guys, like, when I rolled an ankle and I started walking and I was last, the car was behind me. The head judge and the volunteers and the guys who were on the trail were super helpful. Like, they were encouraging me like, let's go. And Rob was, at one point, he wanted to run and walk with me. So I'm like, no, man, it's okay. Really, you don't need to do that. So good, very, very good job on their part. I was very, very thankful to have them there, because at some point I was like how you say when you walk on one leg and the one
limping.
Yeah, I was limping, and there was like nobody around me, and they told us there was a wildlife around, and I was like, mountain lion will kill me if you see me like limping. So it was like scary at one point, but they caught up to me, and they were just following me with the truck. So
they've never eaten a Serbian man. It would be their first.
I would fight for my life, but yeah, it would be nasty.
Did you see any wildlife out there? Did you see turkey vultures circling, or snakes or coyotes or anything?
No.
They
told us that there was a giraffe on the ranch.
What about the facilities there? Did you see? I've seen pictures on Bill's Instagram before of the gym there and of the kitchen. Did you get to see any of that stuff? Did you guys go inside?
Well, we were at the ranch?
At the ranch, yeah.
No. We were just in the open. We had some like bathrooms, toilets, and that's it.
You didn't see any facilities? You didn't see any buildings on the property?
We saw some houses, but we didn't like go inside or something.
Awesome. And
property huge. Like you need to drive like 10 minutes when you go inside the gate.
I think I saw that the ranch is 715 acres.
I don't know how much is it, but it's like very big property.
How many people were there all together? Do you have an idea? Were there 100 people there? Were there as many staff there as there were athletes?
There were 40 guys on the trail. So 40 volunteers, and probably 20, 30 more on the finish line.
Lazar, do you know which ranch you were at? Were you? A lot of people are saying you guys were at the Go Ruck Ranch.
It's I'm gonna tell you. I hope you don't lose me, but Mill. I'm gonna tell you.
Cypress Mill.
Yeah.
Yep, that one.
Okay.
That one.
And regarding your ankle, what makes you think that you're going to be able to go tomorrow? It's feeling better as time goes on?
Well, after like 15 minutes of walking, it started feeling good. Just like it was hurting when I step on it, but it's like not bearable. So, and it's still not very like swollen. Just a small part on the inner side. So I think it's gonna be good if I like go ice it now, floss it, and put kinesy tape on it. So I feel it's gonna be good. I'm just scared about the box jumps. I hope it's step down is allowed. So
there was a story that came out that Tetlo's son was hospitalized and that he might not make it. Did you see him at the event?
Yeah, Scott was there, and I asked him yesterday about his son. His son is good now, and he made it
good.
To the briefing and to check for the check-in. So yeah, there.
Information that I stole from the Barbell Spin, by the way.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Lazar. I really appreciate you taking time. I know it's in the middle of the events, and it's awesome to see you. And we'll be bugging you throughout the week. You demand. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. See you guys. Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye. So I think we have the puzzle pretty much put together. We just need to see the standings now. Is there a Rogue leaderboard, Souza?
I don't think anything's up yet.
No, nothing yet. I keep refreshing it to keep an eye on it, and I'll bring it up.
They just put it up.
Oh, right now?
Oh.
Keep moving my computer around because I'm right next to a door.
On the Rogue site, Brian?
Yeah. The Rogue
yep,
leaderboard.
there it is.
It literally just came up.
As far as bad news goes, that's probably the worst news that Lazar rolled his ankle, but also Olivia Kerstetter took last place. I guess someone has to take last place, but that's also a tough start for her. This is her coming out party for professional competitions. Okay, the male leaderboard, Jayson Hopper first, Jeffrey Adler second, Ricky Garrard third. I had been reported earlier that it was Roman who took third. Roman takes fourth, Justin Medeiros, the champ, the fittest man in the world, takes 5th. Chandler Smith, Bjorgvin, Carl Gudmundsson, 7th. 8th, Saxon Panchek. 9th,
Wow,
Noah.
Pat, that's surprising.
10th, Patrick Vellner. Why is that, Taylor? Why is that surprising?
I just would have expected him a little bit higher on something like that.
He's not been running though since the games for whatever reason, taking break. So
Scott 11th, Cole Sager. 12th, Scott Tetlow. 13th, the former youth competitor at the CrossFit Games, Jorge Hernandez. 14th, Nick Matthews. 15th, Henrik Hapalainen. 16th, Samuel Quant. 17th, Tim Paulson. 18th, Yona Koski. Is that a surprise, Yona Koski? I think of him as an endurance guy.
I think the last couple of times were a little surprising considering Lazar sprained his ankle and they're only 10 minutes faster on a 4-mile run.
Yeah, that is trippy, right? So Jack Farlow's in 19th with a time of 40 minutes and 29 seconds, and 10 minutes and 20 seconds later, 10 minutes and 13 seconds later is Lazar Djukic. So he was about 1 mile.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy between. Sorry.
Let's look at the speed of first place while Taylor does some crowd control. The time for Jayson Hopper was 31 minutes and 27 seconds, and Jack Farlow came in 40 minutes and 29 seconds. So what was that? Was that 10 minutes? 9.5 minutes? 9.5 minutes after him. So that's basically a mile, right?
A 10-minute is
they're basically doing 10-minute miles if you just scratch the sandbag. How long do you think that sandbag piece took? 1 minute?
No, 3 sandbag up and overs, 10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds. Okay, so we can scratch it. Taylor is going to punch someone in the dick. I don't know why there, but whatever needs to happen needs to happen.
Who?
Jeff Bako, I bet any takes $1,000 that Medeiros does not win 2023 CrossFit Games. He's already back on the Hopper train. What, Brian, what do you think when you see this? Are you getting good Hopper vibes? Are you like, oh shit, he really is the real deal? We're getting some. What was it, the Granite Games that he swept that one year? Was it the Granite or the MAC?
Yeah, I mean, he's. I expected him to be up here, maybe not win it. I still like Adler though, with the rest of the workouts that are in place. So, I mean, he did well on the Capitol, I believe. So,
how did he do on the Capitol? Taylor, is the Jayson Hopper hype real? We just expected too much too soon.
It's a long weekend.
Okay. Good friend of Jayson Hopper still can't get behind him. Hopper is drinking the HWOP juice. I think maybe that's a typo.
The HWOP.
Going to Jeffrey Adler. Why the surprise on Adler? Has he been notorious? Is it just because he's a strong guy, or he's been notorious not to finish in the top in running events?
I mean, he got 6th on the Capitol, right behind Hopper. I guess you just don't think of him as his strong suit. You just think of him as a strength athlete that's gonna win events like the shuttle to overhead B. But I think he has a bigger engine than what we may just kind of put him into that category. And
14 of these guys are from the top 15 at the CrossFit Games, right?
Correct.
And so it is kind of weird because you think Hadler would have done better at the Capitol event than this event, since it was a little more mixed modality. He got to do the run and then show off some of his strength.
Yeah.
So training works, Taylor? You think that's just training? Taylor's in a noisy place. He's muted himself. Oh my goodness, Jeff Bako. Wow, Medeiros has lost the eye of the tiger. Harsh.
It's been one event.
I agree with Susan. 2, I think different athletes work on different things at different points in the season. And Jeff is a notoriously strong guy, so I'm sure he's potentially been doing a little bit of running. But just to reiterate, it's been one event.
I mean, I think the biggest surprise is Quant, honestly.
Surprise.
If you look at the Capitol, Ricky, Roman, Then Samuel was in 4th. I'll skip Travis because he's not in this. Followed by Hopper, Adler, Medeiros in 8th. And Quant's all the way down in 16th in this event. So
I guess the reason that doesn't surprise me is because he's been so inconsistent.
It would be interesting to see a leaderboard for who finished the run first at the Capitol, to see where Samuel, you said he took 4th there, Brian?
yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. I wonder how many people he passed on the farmer carry and then up the stairs.
I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine he passed Hopper or Adler on that. I mean, Vigneault was 7th, Medeiros was 8th. So I got to imagine he was pretty similar.
Jeff Bako, Ellie is draining his power. I think that's
not true.
Yeah, that's not. Well, maybe a little true. Who is the fake Brian? The fake Brian is Brian from Barbell Spin, and he's now the real Brian. Okay, let's look at the women's leaderboard. Thank you, Spiegel. Only because you give me $19.99 every show. The 2020 30 toes to bar and 1.5 mile is better thing to take from. Oh, in terms of checking, comparing the two?
Hey, Brian, do you know where Bailey Rogers is from? Is she
She's from
Australian?
Australia, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, she just missed out on the semifinal. So
Impressive.
First place, Danielle Brandon. I want to say, did I pick her last night or did I pick Laura? I picked Laura. I
No,
think.
you picked Olivia Kerstetter.
Oh, did I? Oh. Danielle Brandon, first place. Bailey Rogers, second place. Gabriella Magawa, she was the favorite going into this. A lot of people had picked her to be in first. She did quite well. Third place. Matilda Garns, fourth. Emma Lawson, fifth place. Let's keep going. Sixth place, Jacqueline Dahlstrom. Seventh place, Annie Thorisdottir. Eighth place, Emma McQuaid. Ninth place, Laura Horvat. 10th place, Andrea Solberg. 11th place, Ariel Lowen. 12th place, Ellie Turner. 13th place, Alexis Raptis. 14th place, Amanda Barnhart. 15th place, Manon Anganese. Here we go. Caity, hi.
What's up? Can you hear me?
Oh, perfect. It started.
It started.
How did you sleep last night?
I didn't sleep much. I was so excited.
Is it because you're excited or nervous?
A little bit of both, but I think that's a good mix.
Yeah, totally. Were you out at the venue this morning at the run?
Yep.
And was that at your guys' ranch or was it the Go Ruck Ranch?
It was at our ranch. Don't believe everything you read.
Okay, good. I won't. I don't believe anything I read. How long did you guys know you were going to do that event at your ranch?
We've wanted to do it for the last 2 years and just couldn't pull it off last year. So this year made sense. So we've been planning on it all year. Started working the trail about 3 months ago.
And everything goes planned?
Absolutely. It was, the athletes did their job and they made it perfect.
Are you surprised by the times?
No, we thought 32. So he beat our time.
Oh, and Lazar Djukic's injury. What do you think? Does he look good for tomorrow? We had him on here, and he's hoping he can come in tomorrow.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
That's what he said to me when he left. I'll give it to him. He finished the course. We gave him the option to not, but he wanted to finish, and I always appreciate when an athlete wants to finish and finish the event.
He said that a carriage came up behind him and offered him a ride, and he said no way. If he would have got in that carriage, would that have been it for him?
No.
He could have gone on.
Yes.
Awesome. And he also commended your team. He said that they were there cheering him on. They did warn him of a possibility of being eaten by some mountain lions because he was limping. So he said he quickly stopped limping.
Oh yeah, he finished strong.
Caity, there's this talk that the CrossFit Games are supposed to find the fittest person, and that Rogue has its own nuance, Dubai has its own nuance, Wodapalooza has its own nuance. And do you have any thoughts on that? Are you guys trying to pick the fittest when you guys do the programming? What's on your mind?
No, the games is trying to find the fittest, and this is an invitational for a reason. We want to showcase the athletes. We obviously want to have a good, well-rounded weekend of programming, which we're really excited about the workouts for this event. But that's really our goal. It's all about the athletes. We want to put them in a place to put on a show for the crowd and those watching on the live stream and take care of them because they're amazing.
How do you see this event just going on forever? Do you guys see this as just like this is a staple of what Rogue is?
Well, I hope so. And it's, for our brand, it's what it is. We want to promote the iron game. So that's why you see the strongman here. That's why you see the record breakers. And I think the combination of both, the show that you're able to watch is so cool because you're watching just athleticism and feats of strength. And, if you're into lifting at all, this is kind of, where you come to watch.
Who are cooler, the strongmen or the CrossFitters? Who are cooler people?
Oh, they're all cool.
I don't believe you.
Wait till you see some of these strongmen. We have some new guys in, and they are very, very large.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna suspect that they're cooler, that they have that they're wound, I'm guessing the CrossFitters are wound a little more tight.
Yeah, absolutely. The strongmen are a little bit more loose, but when they dial in, as they go up to their event, what I would say is they don't dial in until right before the event. Where as the athletes get here for the event in CrossFit, they're all dialed in.
Does any part of you, when you see this, does any part of you miss competing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Are you doing anything? Are you doing any intramurals, or do you do any leagues where you yourself?
No leagues. I still CrossFit. I still try to keep myself in shape and enjoy it. And I still like picking up a barbell.
The events that have not been announced, is there going to be...
You're not going to get me to announce them.
The 2 events that have not been announced, will there be any equipment in there that we have never seen before?
I hope so.
So that's the plan. And which event will have the rope climbs in it?
All of them.
That's good. I like that. Thank you. Why this venue? Why aren't you doing it back in Columbus?
We loved having it in Columbus at our HQ. We've really outgrown that space because we put an arena, in our warehouse, and it was only able to fit about 1,000 inside and 5,000 outside. And, with everything that happened over the last 2 years, Texas was a bit more wide open last year. So we hedged there and really liked having an outdoor venue. And obviously Texas in October, well, we'll see with the weather tomorrow, but it's generally a little bit warmer and less rain. But really having it here at the Diamond, it's a really cool setting because the athletes are set down in for the arena. So for spectators, it's cool. And then the athletes are finishing, we've moved the field forward a bit this year. So they're finishing right at the seats past home plate.
So beautiful venue, outgrew your venue, and a city that's welcoming with its rules and regulations.
Absolutely.
Pain in the ass? Like just to move all your just to move all your shit down there?
Sometimes having an event in your home city is harder because you have everything at your disposal, so nothing can be a no. You have to be creative here if we forget something. Okay.
And of the 3 that you've had, this men's competition looks like it's the most fierce competition, the greatest group of male competitors, ever combined. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that. Yeah.
And do you have picks of who you think is going to win?
No.
But do you have picks, then you just won't share them?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Has Bill talked today yet? Have any words come out of Bill's mouth?
A few words today at breakfast.
All right. I really appreciate you coming on. We'll continue to bug you throughout the weekend.
All right. Thanks, guys.
You've always had a special place in my heart, Caity.
See you tomorrow, Sevan.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Dear Bill and Caity. I can't. I'm having a podcast right now.
That's from me.
Oh, I'm so glad I got that first one out of the way. Fuck, I was nervous. How'd I do, Brian?
Good.
Okay, good. Thank you. Taylor?
I texted you. You did good.
Souza, how'd I do?
You did fucking awesome. And you guys got to react. She was saying some hilarious stuff and you're all stoic over there. Give her some love. Give her a reaction, people. Come on.
It's a little loud here, so I was trying to keep myself muted, but I also had a couple key questions.
Oh,
That's okay.
I'm so sorry. Sorry. Were you waiting for me to cue you?
I don't know. I was waiting for a pause. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Sorry. Always interrupt. Rogue Invitational is huge for our sport. Thank you, Caity and company. I mean, that's an understatement, right? And thank you, William Rise Tomas.
Yeah, no way. We'll get her tomorrow, though. Yeah, she's coming back on.
Yeah, we'll get her tomorrow.
Okay. Critical.
Let's go back over to the yes. I was terrified. I'm sweating.
I was afraid that we were gonna like push her on time, and I'm like, every time you ask a question, I'm like, okay, last one, and then you go again. I'm like, oh, okay, last one. Don't use it up.
Be like Sevan and interrupt the shit out of him. Thank you, Spiegel. Okay, let's look at the women's comp. Too hot for a wristband.
I'm surprised at Ellie beating Alexis, but I also want to note that anytime you I wonder how many hills the ranch had. Texas is kind of flat, notoriously, so I'm intrigued about the course. But potentially when you think trail running, you think ruck, you think a lot of hills, and that's just a different kind of running.
It'll get better, Jeremy. I swear it'll get better. That's 5 years or 10 years in the making, that conversation. So it'll get better. You're suggesting that I think people underestimate Ellie Turner's running.
No, I think the more powerful your legs are when you have a hill run like that, assuming there were hills or a lot of hills on it. I'm making that assumption based off no information, but that would make sense with Jayson winning. He's a powerful runner.
14th, Amanda Barnhart. 15th, Manon Angonese. 16th, Cara Saunders. She's another good long distance runner.
Yeah, she's middle of the pack.
Middle of the pack, okay.
Yeah.
17th, Carolyn Prevost. 18th, Annika Greer. 19th, Danny Spiegel. Are we surprised to see Danny down there?
No,
not a good runner?
No.
And 20th, Olivia Kerstetter. Breaks my heart. Is this because she's not a good runner, or is this because it's the first time with the big girls?
I mean, I'm a little surprised that she's not a little bit higher up, just having Hepner as her coach, but she's definitely more of a power athlete than endurance.
Anything else we want to say about this before we look at day number 2?
I mean, the only thing I'll say is that, talking with a few, it sounds like the ruck took it out of a lot of them before they even got to the run, especially if they were not strong runners. So I don't think you can look at it as just as a run event. I think the ruck kind of separated everybody, and then it was, and then the running took over from there. But
you're speculating. Do you have information on that, or you're speculating?
Just talking to a few athletes in between when they finished and now.
And it sounds like what Danielle Brandon's time's 34:11, so she finished 36 seconds ahead of Bailey Rogers and 50 seconds ahead of Gabriella Magawa, and more than a minute Matilda Garnes. Okay, I wonder, and then Jason Hopper finished at what, 30 minutes? 30 minutes and some change?
31.
Okay. So no one saw Hopper finish the finish line. I want to see where Danielle finished amongst the men. Can we go back? She's at 34:11. Can we go back and see where she would have finished amongst them if she would have run with them?
13th.
Oh wow, that was quick. Okay. So it seems like the girls maybe ran in a closer pack than the boys. I'd have to look at those numbers a little more closely. Oh, Jeffrey Adler was close. He was only 13 seconds behind Jayson. He saw Jayson cross the finish line. Right?
Yep.
Okay. I thought Lazar said different. All right. Mr. Souza, can you bring up event number 2? Where are you, Taylor?
I'm sitting in the corner in a chair.
But where? At the hotel?
No, at Del Diamond.
Oh, so you're actually at the venue. Have you checked into your hotel?
No, I haven't yet. I'm doing that later.
Have you seen JR?
He is getting here tomorrow morning.
Have you seen Brian?
He is getting here in about an hour.
Have you seen John Young?
Negative.
Okay. You don't know when he's getting there?
No.
Tyler Watkins. Jayson Hopper was 7th top pick for fans. Jayson way underestimated, including by myself. I think that's true. I think he had that super breakout year. Then we went under the radar for a year, and now we're excited again. John Young is headed to Austin. That is correct. Why couldn't we see the event? That would have been a fucking great question if I had any balls. I'll ask her that next time.
No, you
Why
won't.
couldn't we see event? Hey, what do you think? You think there's any truth to that, or she's pulling my leg? You think there's going to be rope climbs in those two events that haven't been mentioned?
When you asked, no, I think you missed the joke in one of your head. When you asked which event is going to have the rope climbs, she said all of them, meaning like all of the events have rope climbs, meaning like shut up.
No, I didn't take it that way.
No, that's how I took it.
How'd you take it, Brian?
Knowing that Bridges was involved, there's got to be a rope climb.
Yeah, but but in terms of what Caity was saying, do you think that she was?
She just didn't want to tip her hat.
I think she was insinuating that those last two events have rope climb in them.
No, I don't think both have them. I think event 6 has them.
Chime in the comments, please. Who's right, me or Taylor? Read your comments, Sevan. I asked that question like 4 times while she was on. Oh, I'm sorry. I was paying attention to her. My bad.
I texted him too, and he ignored me.
I took it as stop asking. Mark Phillips. All right. Point for Taylor. She had great answers. Taylor self could have great side hustle as a carnival barker. Taylor, whoa. So everyone thinks you're right. The thumb. Oh, Bailey Walker. Thank you.
Holy shit. Yeah, there's your one name amongst
Thank you.
1,000 Taylors.
I knew I was right. Always Taylor, never Sevan. She was telling you to shut up. Amazing. I didn't get that at all. Now you guys know my special power, my superhuman power. I'm not trapped in my head like you guys. All right. Event 2?
Yeah, let's go.
20 bar muscle ups. So I don't think that event's going to take anything off that first event of these guys.
What do you mean?
They'll be fully recovered, ready to go for tomorrow. They won't feel shit when they hit event 2.
I disagree. I think there'll be athletes that aren't crushed by it, but then there are going to be athletes who are feeling it pretty bad.
And where would it affect them in the ski erg?
No, just heavy legs. No, I don't think it'll affect them in this event. I think it would affect them more than anything in that back squat, box jump over event.
Any picks you'd like to share for event 2, Taylor, for the men?
I still feel like Justin and Ricky probably have a pretty good shot at this one. Potentially Chandler as well.
Justin, Ricky, and what about what about Jayson Hopper?
Don't know.
Are you guys still friends?
We talk.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Someone put that in the breaking news. On some is that newsworthy, Brian? I asked Taylor if they're still friends, and he says we talk.
Breaking.
I think he's doing the same thing that Caity did to you.
Yeah. I was gonna say if we're gonna read into something, let's read into that. Brian, who are your picks for event 2?
I'd throw in Saxon in the mix, as well as Ricky.
So Justin, Ricky, Chandler, and Saxon are the boys to watch.
They're all the best at GHDs, and I think that chunk of 80 right in the center probably plays the biggest role in this workout. Looking at it for an extended period of time. Initially, you look at the bar muscle ups, but I think like JR said last night, the chunk of 20 to start is kind of irrelevant. They're all going to do really well there. Most people are probably going to be holding between 13 and 1,500 on the ski, 15 being at the top end. Someone maybe like Roman, but then someone like Justin versus maybe a slower athlete like Tim Paulson on the GHD, probably making up 15, maybe even 20 reps in that chunk of 80.
How about Patrick Vellner here? Lucky Straps. Pump for tomorrow's coverage. Vellner, event 2. Andreas Sandstrom, Vellner, event 2.
He was my initial pick, but I'm a little worried about him after that first event. 10th is not a good placing for him in the endurance workout.
No, Pat told me that he had not been running very much. over the
Okay.
last couple months. So
Gotcha.
just may have been out of condition on that side of running.
Does the fact that it's a trail run and not on a track or on a perfectly flat surface have play into it at all?
I think it does for sure, especially athletes that are used to running on a trail. Like I personally have done a lot of trail running, and when someone isn't used to that, it's a game changer. I think one, in your legs being able to tolerate the hills and the ruck, but two, just having confidence in going fast in like an uneven and a sketchy terrain. Some athletes are going to be a little more nervous and haphazard. Others are going to just pull the pin and go.
Vellner doesn't seem to have the GHD cycle speed.
I disagree. He's great at GHDs.
80 GHD isn't needed here. Reps could be slimmed down and stimulus remains the same.
No, I disagree with that too. That's the chunk of the workout. We can't test core anymore with sets of 15 and 20 GHDs at this level.
Let's go over to the women's let's pick women. I guess we have the workout up already. Hold on, there's one more here. Taylor, will Jayson be at Charlotte Classic? I want to get him a Sevan shirt to remind him we all still exist.
I don't think he knows that I still exist.
Here we go. Now the drama is unfolding. Women for event number 2, 20 bar muscle ups, 40 cals or 32 cals on the ski erg, 80 GHD, 32 cals on the ski erg, 20 bar muscle ups. Brian, who are your women for this?
I'm going to call Danielle Brandon to get a win it back to back.
Wow. I love it.
She's good on the GHD too, and great at
She's very good on
gymnastics.
GHD. She did well at up and over. She took 5th, but Haley was ahead of her, Mal and Tia.
None of them are here.
And none of them are here. So the only person that finished above her was Emma.
She might be a sleeper pick to take some big swings this weekend. I didn't listen to the podcast with her talking about Brute and some of the changes they've made, but an event win in event 1 is a pretty I definitely was not expecting her.
So Danielle Brandon and who else? Who else you got in there? How about Emma Lawson, top 3?
Emma Lawson and
I like Ariel Lowen.
And Ariel, yep.
Those are your top 3, both of you.
I don't know a third. I don't have a third, but I think Ariel Lowen and Danielle Brandon.
Alrighty. No, I don't think Jayson's big dicking everyone. I think he's busy. He's busy. He's just busy. He's just busy doing stuff. Anything else we want to add to the show, gentlemen?
Are we going back on tomorrow morning?
Yeah, or maybe even tonight, depending on what news breaks. If they release any of the workouts ahead of time, we'll jump back on this evening, review the new workouts that they release.
Okay.
Anything like that. Brian, thanks for coming on. Taylor, thanks for coming on. Matt Souza, thanks for running the show. And we will see you guys very shortly. Danielle Brandon would beat Taylor up. There's no one to dispute that.
He goes to my